This is Kreskin, and of course, you're looking at what's on my mind. You're going to hear what's on my mind. You just saw a picture, by the way, of one of my cherished cats, Spooky, because this Monday, and I can't overlook this fact, this is How to Love a Black Cat Day, and Spooky is one of my cherished friends in my home. I have to share with you, by the way, folks, and I've learned about this more so in recent weeks with the change in our culture, the shutdown of our culture. Local newspapers are folding right and left, and we are losing one of the cherished parts of U.S. culture, and that is the small town rapport. We really today don't know what is going on in the small town. Years ago, people would gather. They'd go to the Knights of Columbus or some church group and talk about things. But as the years came along, the smaller newspapers became the leverage that alerted you as to not only births, deaths, marriages, what have you, but those newspapers are no longer small. Corporate groups have hired them and bought them, and you're no longer finding out the personal feeling. And as a result of this, part of the reason, there has become a massive movement towards animal adoptions. I think it's wonderful. The animals need a tremendous amount of support, and so do we, which we can receive from these animals as well. Can you imagine anything, those of you who love cats and dogs, and I have 4 cats, anything more consoling than to hold a living, furry animal in your lap or in your hands? And you have no idea how many times I cherish these moments. But I want to share this with you because I don't think it has been brought to light at this time. And that is the responsibility if you are going to adopt an animal. Who's going to live with the pet in you? You need to ask yourself that question before you fall in love with an animal in front of you and suddenly hire it, buy it, and bring it into your life. And are those people you live with going to agree to the pet's lifestyle? Where is the cat or dog going to sleep? Are they going to be allowed on furniture? Who's going to walk? Who's going to feed? And who's going to clean that addition to your home? And then the other thing is, yes, we've shut down. We've had months when we lived a very limited life. But what's going to happen with that animal when someone goes back to school or back to work? You need to think about this before you adopt a pet. Then, before that pet ever sets foot in your home or your apartment, you need to have pet supplies, collar, litter box, food, toys, bowls, and think this out. Is the house, is your home safe? There are plants that are deadly to cats and dogs. Just nibbling on the leaves could kill them. There's wiring, and remember this, cats love to climb. You may have wires that don't seem meaningful right now, but they could be threatening. But finally, and this is what concerns me more than anything I've just said to you, you better check if you're willing to take care of that animal and look into veterinary costs. Just in this town, there's an area where if there's an emergency with a pet, and I had someone working for me who in 2 years took his pet 4 or 5 times to that vet for just an emergency thing, nothing life-threatening, and it cost him almost $2,000 because some of the visits are $80, $100, and $200 and some dollars just for the visit. Now, with all these things considered, let's say in lieu of live animals, it may not work. Then you need to do what many, many people are doing around the world. They're finding on their computer or on their TV set 2 and 3 minute videos of live animals. Some are funny, some are almost playing like cartoon characters. Some of the scenes are caressing. They're protecting other animals. And these 2 or 3 minutes, and I've seen scores of them, are very deeply moving. And they could give you that moment of that seconds of relief, especially if you have a favorite one. There is one of a dancing cockatoo video, which has been viewed over 10 million times. Go on the internet and look up the dancing cockatoo, and you'll see over 10 million times it's been viewed. So whether it's a living pet or maybe just a few minutes to give you that relief and change your frame of mind, you have an avenue to turn to. I wish you and your potential friends much happiness, and I will see you again. Be the good Lord willing.